Morning. I'm Joe Rivera with Natasha's Mission of Truth, and welcome to the 2014 Girls on a Mission Summit. Get ready to empower the teen in your life with real-world information, education, and encouragement from some of today's top Christian leaders. And today, one of our youngsters lead the pack. We are so excited to have this power-packed person in-house with us today. Her name we will save to the end, but let me just tell you a little bit about what this person does. She crochets, plays the flute, loves to write, is a huge hockey fan, listens to Christian music, spends time with her family, and is impacting the world. Please welcome co-founder and editor of Think Magazine Online, Miss Ainsley Steinbrueck. Welcome, Miss Ainsley.
Hi, Mr. Rivera. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to share with our listeners and you about Think Magazine.
Well, tell us more. We can tell that you love writing. Everywhere is all about writing, and I'm sure that a lot of our audience can relate. When did you start writing?
Well, for Think Magazine, we just had our 1-year anniversary, and so, yeah, we just finished that.
So at the age of 12?
Yes. Yeah, 12.
That's awesome. Well, out of all of your interests, why highlight this one? We're definitely going to talk about Think Magazine. It's a powerful tool. But out of everything that you love to do, why such a focus on writing?
I think God has really gifted me with that and gives me a passion to write, and I really like showing my feelings to others and telling them about my spiritual walk through that.
That's awesome. Well, I know one of the other tools that we'll talk about in the end, I've actually really enjoyed as well. But okay, tell us about where Think Magazine, where did it come from? How'd that happen?
Well, me and my friends are a part of a Bible study called Bright Lights, and we were focusing on developing a ministry, and God really was on our hearts and telling us to start this magazine. And we all loved writing, so we decided to do it.
And I got some amazing guidance from someone else we interviewed earlier who talked about joining with a mentor. Did you do that, or was it just you three girls that set off to change the world?
My dad has helped me a lot since he knows all about technology and that, and I don't really know a lot. So.
But I think that's good though to have someone close to you that can help you along the way, right?
Yes.
If a girl out there doesn't have a parent that knows as much about technology or possibly isn't as supportive, where else would you suggest that they get help trying to do something like that?
I would suggest going to a teacher or a friend's parent or like your church pastor or something.
That's wisdom, good wisdom. Well, let's talk more about Think, because it is power-packed, and I know that that there's a few of you, right? So you have a power team behind you?
Yeah. I have 2 other friends who are my same age doing it with me.
That's amazing. Well, there's a lot of information, so it's going to take some help. So I know that one of your favorite columns, and it's one of mine. I love what you guys are putting in here. Tell us about life instructions.
It's basically our devotion, one of our devotions in the magazine, and we usually separate it out into different things you do each day. So you read a passage and then you do different things with the passage each day.
I think it's kind of neat. It's almost like a spiritual scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
I think it just happened. I don't really know whose idea it was.
Well, it's amazing, though, that you guys are, I mean, this is really neat stuff coming from, okay, tell us again, you and all your friends are how old?
13 and almost 13.
Again, proof from a wise man I heard, you are never too young to make an impact on the world, and you guys are a perfect example of why Natasha's mission exists. So how can our audience help you? You have this powerful tool. How can we help Think Magazine?
You can help by subscribing or reading or viewing it, or yeah, just helping us subscribe, and we can help you in your walk with Christ.
I know there were some ask columns, right? Don't you have an ask column?
Yes.
And
We
how many
have
people tell us
these.
about that?
Right now we have two. One of them is called Ask Ainsley, and I don't necessarily write everything, but it's basically letting girls and even adults ask questions to us about like problems in their lives. And then our other section is called Is It Good? And you can send questions in on entertainment and all of that fun stuff, and we can tell you what we think on it. And yeah.
That's really neat. So if I'm listening to a group or I'm watching a movie, I can actually write into your magazine and say, okay, what do you guys think about this? Or if I'm a parent and I want to show my kids, maybe you guys will give us your thoughts too.
Yes.
That's really cool. You've got some amazing things coming out of some short people. What do you want to do when you grow up?
I think I want to do something that involves writing. I don't really know for sure, but I love writing.
Can we keep it going? Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure that you'll have some world travels of your own, and I can't wait to read about them. Well, what encouragement would you give to this whole thing is about encouraging other people. So if I've got a 13-year-old that's on a keyboard right now, what would you tell her? How can she change the world?
I would tell her never to give up because there are challenges in everything, and that you can easily give up and be just destroyed and not happy with what you're doing. But like, I think we could have stopped at 17 or 18 subscribers because we weren't getting a lot of views or subscribers. So we kept pushing and praying and asking God to continue to turn people to think. And right now we are at 71 subscribers, so He has definitely helped a lot.
That's awesome. Well, what encouraged you, Ainsley, when you are, I'm going to prod a little bit because you're exactly who it is that Natasha's Mission wants to talk to. When you're alone in your room and you're frustrated about your subscribership, or maybe you had a technology challenge with your dad, or when you're alone in your room, what encourages you?
I think praying, and also when I listen to music, it helps me to let go of everything that I'm thinking of and just relax.
Okay, well, let us in. What kind of music do you listen to? Tell us some of your favorites.
I like Britt Nicole and Toby Mac. They're
I'm
both
a
good.
huge Britt Nicole fan myself. She rocks out a little. I'll call you next time. And we actually had an online music sensation with us on this summit as well. And I think music is super important. Do you have any links or anything to some of that fun music on your magazine?
Not yet, but we might soon.
Maybe it's an idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another portion of what you do that I think is super cool because it's actually, and I won't plug, but I'm on a similar parallel journey myself. And you are writing My Journey of Magazine Making. Are you just journaling what you're doing? Tell us about it.
Basically, I'm helping girls who want to start their own magazine and just lead them in my footsteps.
So it might be a good resource for somebody out there who wants to get started.
Yes.
Was there anything else that you want to share with all of your amazing interests before we close out? Is there anything else that you would want another 13-year-old girl, if you were sitting across from her, what would you tell her?
I would tell her to really just have a really good relationship with Christ because that's the most important decision of your life, and it really impacts your life.
How?
By it just gives you faith for the future, and you can really trust in Him and know that everything will be fine in every situation.
Those are wise words for a woman at any age. Ainsley, I really appreciate you sharing that. And your links are so big, so we're definitely going to put them on the screen at the end of this video. But I definitely want to encourage everyone for more information about Ainsley and to follow her and her friends on this amazing journey. You want to go to Think Magazine online. Help me with this. I know the I is an exclamation point, but Think Magazine, what's the rest of it?
Our website is mythinkmag.wordpress.com with no random I or anything.
Okay. Well, I will definitely make sure that the links are listed so that people can immediately click to them. And then her other journey, if you want to know more about starting your own online magazine, Ainsley's provided a wonderful tool in journeyofmagazinemaking.wordpress.com. Ainsley, thank you so much for being with us today, and I look forward to celebrating 100 subscribers with you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Have a great day, and we'll talk more. Be sure to stay tuned for great, exciting information. There's more to come from Girls on a Mission 2014. Have a good day, Ainsley.
Bye.